3 a.m., a time when the world sleeps, but in this forgotten asylum, the silence is a trap. Just as I stepped into the darkened corridor, a scream pierced through the air, inhuman, chilling, and impossibly close. What I discovered next will haunt me forever. Hidden deep in the woods, the Ravenswood Asylum stands as a grim relic of forgotten horrors. Locals refuse to speak of it. Its name alone sends shivers down their spines. But tonight, we're stepping into its decaying halls, where silence holds the weight of untold terror, and darkness breathes in every corner. As the doors creak open, a shadow flickers in the broken window above, followed by a whisper that sends chills down my spine. Leave now. Not until we uncover the truth buried within these walls. Ravenswood Asylum opened its doors in 1923, but its reputation quickly became something much darker. Patients were subjected to experimental treatments, and many vanished without a trace. The most terrifying part? The basement. It wasn't just a place. It was a nightmare. A place where screams echoed day and night, and those who went in never came back. Former staff who worked here still speak in hushed tones, recalling the horrors they witnessed. One nurse disappeared overnight, never to be found, and a patient was discovered lifeless after claiming to hear screams coming from the basement. Screams that never seemed to end. But here's the twist. The last investigator who ventured into the depths of Ravenswood never came back the same. Found outside the gates, he was mumbling incoherently about the screaming ones, his mind broken by whatever he'd uncovered inside. And since that day, he's never spoken a word again. As we descend further into Ravenswood, the temperature drops, and an eerie chill fills the air. Every step we take feels like we're sinking deeper into something sinister. The oppressive silence is broken only by the soft, rhythmic thump of our footsteps, which echo through the narrow, damp stairways. The faint sound of distant whispers wraps around us, sending a shiver down my spine. We pass old, rusted medical equipment, abandoned beds that still carry the weight of dark memories. As our flashlights flicker, they reveal more unsettling sights. Shadows lurking in corners where they shouldn't be, giving the sense that we're not alone. It's as if the walls themselves are watching us. We stumble upon a journal, its pages yellowed and fragile, but the ink still legible. The last entry is chilling. The screams are unbearable tonight. They seem to come from the very walls. Those words feel like a warning, but there's no turning back now. We move deeper, and as if on cue, the air grows even colder. It's hard to shake the feeling that something is following us, something old and hungry. As we continue our search, we discover an old phonograph, hidden under a pile of dusty blankets. I wind it up, but as soon as it starts playing, the sound is distorted. A lullaby, warped and unsettling, fills the room, until it's abruptly interrupted by a child's scream. The air grows thick with unease. What happened here? Was this the last sound those trapped inside ever heard? Moving on, we come across a room that feels like time has stopped. Scratches mark the walls, deep and frantic, as if someone or something was trying to escape. In the corner, a tattered doll sits, its glassy eyes fixed on us. It's impossible to look away. The room feels alive, the air heavy with the weight of something unspeakable. I feel as though it's watching us, waiting. As we press forward, the corridors seem to stretch on endlessly, twisting and turning in ways that defy logic. We retrace our steps, but everything feels wrong. The walls seem to close in on us. I can't shake the feeling that we're walking in circles, each step leading us deeper into this nightmare. Then we find it, an emergency exit, but it's been welded shut from the outside. Panic surges as we realize we are trapped. There's no way out. This place has a hold on us now, and something tells me it's not done with us yet. As we reach the end of the corridor, we see it. A door, old and weathered, its surface marked with a stark warning, "Do not enter." The room beyond has remained sealed for decades, but something compels us to open it. With a slow, agonizing creak, the door gives way, revealing a room that seems untouched by time. The air is thick with anticipation, and the silence that greets us is almost deafening. It's a silence so heavy it feels like the room itself is holding its breath, waiting. As we step inside, the unsettling quiet is shattered. A sudden crescendo of overlapping screams fills the room, as though the very walls are alive, howling in agony. My heart races, and then, just as suddenly, it stops. The screams fade, leaving an oppressive silence that presses in from all sides. I can't shake the feeling that we've uncovered something that was never meant to be found. On a dusty table, we spot an old, vintage recording device, still operational despite its age. The label reads, "Basement Screams, Experiment 13." Without thinking, I press play. As the tape crackles to life, the sound that fills the room is bone-chilling. Those same screams we've been hearing since we entered Ravenswood. But there's something different about them now. They aren't from the past. They're identical to the screams we heard upon our arrival. My blood runs cold. Could it be? Are these the same screams? My hands tremble as I turn to a nearby bookshelf, and there, hidden among the dusty volumes, I find a journal. It's worn, its pages fragile, but the ink is still legible. The final entry sends a wave of dread through me. The screams have become part of the asylum. They live within its very walls. The words are almost hypnotic, pulling me deeper into the madness. The journal details the twisted obsession of one doctor who sought to capture and amplify human fear, using the patients as his unwilling subjects. Each scream recorded, each tortured soul pushed further, all in the name of science. But what he failed to understand was that fear isn't something you can control. It's something that can consume you. With the tape still playing in the background, I feel a cold chill crawl down my spine as I realize the terrifying truth. These screams, these horrible, anguished cries, weren't just recorded. They were absorbed by the asylum itself. This place has become a prison for its own terror, and it's still hungry. As we make our way back to the exit, a horrifying thought crosses my mind. The asylum isn't done yet. It doesn't just want the screams of the past, it seeks new voices. The door slams shut behind us, and we're left standing in the darkness. We've uncovered something we weren't meant to find, but what's worse is that now we're a part of it. The Ravenswood Asylum will never let us leave, and soon it will have more screams to feast on. As we make our hasty retreat, the Ravenswood Asylum stands tall behind us, its dark silhouette pressing against the night sky. The distant echoes of screams fade away, leaving nothing but an eerie silence. But despite escaping its walls, the horrors we've witnessed continue to haunt us. The nightmare doesn't end here. Some mysteries, like the ones hidden in this forsaken basement, are perhaps better left unsolved. What really happened within those walls? What caused the chilling screams that tore through the asylum? The truth is out there, but is it a truth we should even seek? Maybe, just maybe, some secrets are best left undisturbed. If you're as captivated by this haunting journey as we were, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Join us as we continue exploring the world's most terrifying and abandoned locations. And don't forget to share your theories about the screams in the comments below. What do you think lies in the darkness of Ravenswood?